If you're in a phase right now in your life where you feel stuck, I have a perspective that will certainly help you out. But first, I need you to understand that you're not a worthless person. You're not less than the next person just because you feel stagnant or you feel stuck. You are simply distracted. Your energy, your time, your thoughts is being put somewhere that's not yielding you that result that you want. And you have to understand that. You have to understand where you're headed in life, or more so right now, before you even getting to that, understand what's robbing you of your essence. Because we live in a world that is fighting against who you want to be. We have way too much access to way too many things. If we were locked in a box and all we knew was red, blue, and green, and a tree here and a little tree there and a berry bush there, that's all we would know. But we live in a world where you can be in a desert and you can know what's going on in New York City. You can be in New York City and know what's going on in China. You can be in China and know what's going on in Brazil. Like, we have access to too much. Now, that is a beautiful thing because that gives you insight and opportunities on what you can do, what you can be. People are showing you how they are doing things that people never knew about. Like, it's a beautiful thing to have this access to information to understand that, but there's always a double-edged sword. It's always a danger to something that's beautiful. That's just how it is. So, analyze your life. Analyze what you're doing, because this is what I'm doing. Like I told y'all in the last video, I was doing my great reset. It was time for a great reset. I'm very much doing that. And it's crazy because as soon as I hit this great reset, I've had so many opportunities to be distracted. My great reset was me decluttering my room, decluttering my mind, getting some things set up, getting my clothes right, and selling my clothes, getting the marketing right, finishing my book, all these things. And all of the things that I needed to do required me to be home a lot and really to be focused in on what I was doing. Do you know how many opportunities I have been given to distract myself in the last week, the last 2 weeks? The amount of opportunities and the amount of invitations I've had to go to places that I may have wanted to go to in the last few months, but the energy just wasn't there, right? When you want to hang out with certain people, you want to see certain people, or you want to do certain things, and it's like you just don't get the opportunity to. But the moment you lock in, hey, you want to come over and you want to do this and you want to do that, and it's like, I'm going to say no right now. I got to respect myself. This is not about me having some ill will towards people. And I want y'all to understand the same thing. When you get distracted by something and then you step out of that and you start to lock in, don't act out of this ill will like I'm going to, since they distracted me once upon a time and now I'm locked in, I'm not going to let them distract me because I'm better than them. And like, if that works for you, do your thing. But take that emotion out of it. You just more so, I'm gonna respect myself. I'm gonna respect my time and my energy because I'm headed to a certain place. And for me to indulge in whatever that is, it's not going to benefit me. It's going to push me further away from where I want to go versus where I actually want to go. So I'm gonna have to decline. Because one day you're going to understand that time is the greatest currency. You've heard it 1,000 times. I'm sure you have. If you didn't, that's surprising. But you can get money back. You can get clothes back. You can get people back. You can't replace life. But you know what I'm saying? You can lose a person and get them back, or, whatever. But you can't get time back. Time is gone. Like that second that just went by, it's gone. The time you spent watching this video, which I appreciate you, that time is gone. That's why I'm gonna leave you with some value. I have to do that. But you have to understand what things in your life are robbing you of your time while also casting these illusions, because everything you do takes time. Even sitting takes time. Understand that. But let's say doom scrolling, for example. Now, I bet 99% of the people watching this video, their biggest distraction is going to be that damn phone. I mean, come on, right? You're probably watching this on the phone. Shout out to the phone. Like I said, double-edged sword. But me, I don't doom scroll a lot. I really stay off of social media. You'll catch me sometimes watching a good bit of stuff or looking for some inspiration, but I like to post and get off. But in the event that I do, I analyze this about myself. When I'm scrolling, right, just like anybody, you like something, you stay on it. You don't like it, you get by. You feeding that instant gratification bug, right? You've heard that 1,000 times. But as you scrolling, in my mind, well, as I'm scrolling in my mind, there's like this illusion of, oh my God, we're changing so much because We keep seeing all these different things, and it's like this illusion that I'm actually doing something worthwhile because it feels so good. But with all this motion and all this action and me swiping and flicking, I feel like I'm changing in a way. But then when I stop, it's like I haven't went anywhere. And if you sit in that, if you're aware of that, it can make you extremely depressed, right? I'm not a person who gets into depressed moods and all that, but I understand it is real. I just don't give power to it. But I know when I'm feeling sticky. That's what I like to call. I feel heavy and sticky. Like, you know, when you been out all day, you got sweaty and your body's sticky, and you need to take that shower, and then you take a shower and your skin is all smooth. Like, imagine that, but mentally. That's how I feel after diving into it. I'm like, damn, I wasted all that time. Yes, we use time for everything, like I said, but I wasted that time. I could have been doing this. Here I am. I didn't scroll for 3 hours today, but I spent 30 minutes doing something that I loved. I spent 30 minutes actually indulging in my passion. That is nasty. And I've been given that illusion because pleasure has a way of casting illusions on us. And it also has a way of making us avoid things. It makes us very avoidant. You have to understand that distractions is not something that's just taking your time away, but it's taking your decisions away too. And it's putting it in something that pleases you. For example, if I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, man, I need to get up, I need to clean my room, and I need to go outside and I need to mow the lawn. It's like, all right. So I get me some chips. I sit down on the couch and I start watching TV and I'm thinking, man, I don't feel like going outside and mowing that grass, man. I really don't feel like it because these chips too damn good and this show is good, right? I'm in a state of comfort, straight pleasure. Now the illusion is that this is good for me because it feels good. I'm changing the channels, I'm changing the show, or the show is progressing. We moving through the show, but I haven't moved. The only thing I'm moving, I'm doing these chip lifts and these can curls, chip lifts and can curls, and nothing is changing. But I'm stuck in this mindset that things are going well because I feel well, but I haven't done anything that I needed to do. Point blank, period, bottom line. And distractions don't only come from things like pleasure or things like that. It could come from people saying certain things to you, the way you treat certain people, the way you treat yourself, the way you see certain opportunities. For example, I made these clothes. I got these clothes right now. They finally out, by the way. Link in the bio. You know what I'm saying? For the real ones, for the real ones. But I made these clothes. Do you know how many people have asked me, do you think that's really gonna work? Like what why would people buy your clothes and like why are you selling clothes? I just look at them and I say why not? Well, spit it out. Don't let it choke you. Spit it out. Well, I just don't know if it'll work. Do you think it'll work? Well, I understand why you don't know it'll work because you probably don't believe in yourself, so it'll be hard for you to believe in somebody else if you don't believe in yourself. But if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna have to work. Point blank, period. That's just how I operate. It may not work one way, but it'll work two. It may not work three, but it'll work four. Like, I'm going to make it work. But I could sit there and hear that and let that distract me from what I need to be doing. I could let that distract me from putting those clothes down. I could let that distract me from doing my marketing, right? Reaching out to people. Or just being who I am because who I am is valuable enough and people support me. You know what I'm saying? So I could let that very well distract me, but I don't because I know that I have a purpose, I have a mission, I have something that I want to achieve, and indulging in that doesn't serve me at all. Like I said earlier in the video, I've had so many opportunities to be distracted and I've turned them down because in the past I have done that. In my life, I will definitely indulge in distractions. I'm not perfect and I'm not finna sit up here and lie to y'all. But the phase that I'm in my life, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of anything that's pushing me away from where I want to go and where I want to be. It's not about having the most likes, the most followers, and that. Like, it's just a place that I want to be in my mind. There's a place that I want to be in my life. And the things that are not getting me the result that I want, it's like I'm allergic to it right now, bruh. Like intense. And I think we can easily get into these moments of insanity where we think about things that we want But we constantly do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. We constantly over and over get distracted by these same things and expect a different result. And it is nasty. It can really hinder you. It really, really can. It can cast these illusions on you. I had to cut some people off. And when I say that, more so, I step back. I don't actively cut people off. You know how people like go out their way, I'm gonna cut you off or I'm gonna block you. I don't do that. I just step back into myself. So if I catch myself, I'm actively reaching out to people. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. I just kind of pull back. Like I'm not, ooh, give me my energy back. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna just sit the phone down. And me sitting the phone down and working on myself results in me not reaching out to these certain people. And certain people take offense to that and they try to make you feel guilty about it or anything like that. But the people who know me, they know it. I don't have any ill will or malice towards you. I'm simply stepping into my own. My brother, he'll hit me up. If I disappear, he like, yo, bro, hope all is well. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, whatever, whatever. Talk soon. Like, we know what it is. Same thing for him. Yo, bro, hope all is well. Keep doing your thing, bro. Talk soon. It's not, yo, what did I do? Or you're mad at me or any of this and any of that. And that stuff can distract you because it can make you feel guilty. And then you're like, all right, well, I didn't talk to this person all day, so I need to text them 3 hours out of the day. But that 3 hours that you texting this person nonsense, you could have been putting it into something. And that's what I'm saying. You have to understand that you have a certain direction that gets you to your destiny. We get so caught up on the end goal and, oh man, I just want to be a millionaire. How you gonna do that? Well, I need to sell something that make me $1 million. What are you going to sell? Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know, bro. I might just start doing forex trading. Like, instead of you focusing so much on the end goal, learn, craft that direction. Because if I say simply, I want to be a millionaire, boop, that's it. That's all I need to know. I want to be a millionaire. Now, if I spend my time and energy figuring out how, or if I have the how, and if I spend my time and energy on being disciplined and going down the road that I want to go on, do you know, like, there's no way for me not to be a millionaire at that point? If I have a goal and I have the direction that will get me to that goal and I stay on that path, there's no way for me to not get there. Will it take time? Absolutely. Will it come quicker sometimes? Will it go slower sometimes? Absolutely. But that's the reality of it. So in your life, if you feel like you're having this identity crisis and you feel stagnant, but you also feel like so much has changed, you are missing direction. If you feel stuck, you are missing direction and you are distracted. So write down who you are, what you do on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month. See who you are. Write down everything you do, the good, bad, and the ugly. Circle the good, highlight the bad, and draw the dot between all those points and see where it all meets up. You're going to meet your distractions. I'm going to be open and honest. My biggest distraction in life is a pretty lady. Point blank, period. I live for a pretty lady. Everything I do is for a pretty lady. But it's not the substance that runs me. A pretty lady to me is like the cherry on the top. In times, it can be the whole Sunday and it can get me crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm an admirer of beauty, first and foremost. I love the art of the world, but I just think it's nothing like a beautiful lady, inside and out. Now, do they always have the sweetest insides? No. Is there a lot of bitter and sour people in this world? Of course. But there's some beautiful people out there. Don't let nobody fool you into thinking that the world is all bad or the people are all bad. I know a bunch of people say I hate all girls, I hate all men. Like, come on, bro. That's your choices. You change your environment maybe. But a pretty lady, they could get me. You know what I'm saying? In my moments of weakness, they can get me. But I've also conquered myself to a point where they don't run my life and they don't steer me, down into hell like they used to or that they could, once upon a time. But I can get into these moments where I just want to be around a pretty lady. And I'm like, you know what? I need me a break. I've been working hard, man. I need me a break. And I'm sitting there and I'm living in it and I'm just thriving in it. And then I realize, bruh, you've done nothing this whole week. Nothing. And then somewhere in my mind I was like, bro, but you can do that. You don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't really go out that much. You know, you're not doing this and you're not doing that. My mind would try to throw these illusions and make me avoid what I actually need to do, which is focus and lock in. But still have fun. Now, by no means, if you listen to this, don't take this as Shaman said, I can't go to parties and I can't go on dates. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you, don't do that bullshit. I'm gonna live life regardless. I'm not finna be on my deathbed pissed off because I didn't eat a donut, because I didn't kiss that pretty girl. I'll be damn. All for some YouTube. I'm locked in. No, sir. Not happening. Not happening. That's not me. But I'm also a realist in the fact, or in the sense that when I need to do something, or when there's a result that I want, I gotta go do that. And whatever is bringing me away from that, whatever is pulling me away from that, I have to get away from that. Because I hate stagnation. I hate living in these perpetual loops of insanity. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I have the awareness to see that when I'm diving into that, when I'm feeding into that. I have that awareness to see that. And I'm just trying to bring that to you. Because, bro, I'm telling you, nothing that I say to me is extraordinarily profound. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I do have a few bars. I can give myself a pat on the back. But nothing I say is truly special. This is why I try to make people understand is you don't need my videos. You don't need me. All the power you have is within you. All the knowledge you have is within you. You just got to remember. You just got to dive into the mind. But there's just so many things day to day that we don't see. We're just not conscious of. I'm telling you, for a day, just be conscious of what you're doing, what you're thinking, and how you react to things. And you're gonna be like, damn, I'm low key on autopilot. Like, damn, I'm distracted as hell. Like, I'm not even here. Like, I'm telling you, bro, really. And if you've experienced that, please vouch for me, because some people, they're not gonna take my word for it. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah. So following the Great Reset, I've been killing these distractions, using my time more wisely, and it's paying off. Still got some progress to make, but I'm doing well. So I wanted to share that with y'all today, and yeah, about to pack some more orders. Got to send some more orders out today. Take some orders to the post office and everything like that. For the clothes, got the blue ones, got the black ones. You know what I'm saying? So if you do want one, go ahead and get them now. Limited supply. Been working on this for a long time, trying to get my tribe some real apparel. You know what I'm saying? Got that Shaman Davis. So if you want to support your boy, do so. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will pack your um, clothing out with love. Got the tops and the bottoms. You know what I'm saying? Little track suits, little active wear, but you can also style it up and get snazzy too. Um, but yeah, so to leave y'all off with something, if you don't have a direction of where you want to go, or you don't know what you want to do exactly with your life, like I said, simply just write down what you're doing in the day to day. Or let's say today and tomorrow, I want you to document everything that you do. Now, I'm not telling you one step on the tile, one step on the wood. Like, get you a journal, get you a notepad, wake up. The first thing you do after waking up, journal it. I grabbed my phone and I scrolled for 2 hours. I got up, I brushed my teeth, I did this and I did that. I want you to journal out your whole entire day. The whole entire day. Because when you actually see things, the level of confusion, it's like it diminishes. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. And if if you really want to understand the power of journaling, I want you to follow along too. I want you to follow along. So I want you to write down these numbers: 1, 5, 6, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 1, 7, 8, 5, 6, 3. I want you to write that down. 1, 5, 6, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 1, 7, 8, 5, 6, 3. All right. That's a lot of numbers, right? How many numbers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now it might be less, might be more, but it's around 18, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you these numbers in just a second, right? Let me write this. I'm gonna just do some random numbers, okay? Mm, mm, two, seven, one. All right. Now, I want you to remember these numbers. Do not write these down. 5, 8, 2, 1, 7, 3. Okay? I want you to remember that. I'll repeat it again. 5, 8, 2, 7. What the hell? I just tricked my damn self. Scratch that, scratch that. New numbers, new numbers, new numbers. 6, 1, 7, 8, 4, 0, 2. 6, 1, 7, 8, 4, 0, 2. I want you to remember that. Now, I want you to think about within the last year, the best day you have had of your life. Don't be pessimistic and, oh, life has been terrible since COVID. Don't do that bullshit, bro. Think about the best day that you had within the last, let's just say the last year. The last year. To me, I've had a lot of good days, but I say the best day I had within the last year. I'll just pick one because my heart gets torn. Um, but my uncle, he was down really bad in the last few weeks, and within the span of a day, I was able to fly up with my family to a place to show them around, and then see my uncle go from feeling like a 0 to a 10 within a 24-hour period. And I thought that was beautiful because I do a lot of traveling on my own, but to actually take my family somewhere and to show them something and to see the excitement in them and to see that travel bug awaken in them. Because a lot of times when you're sitting in a place, you get so comfortable and you're distracted. Really, you're distracted and you just in your world and you don't really see anything outside of that. But then when you get out of this little town, like I'm in a town surrounded by a lot of trees and it has some beauty to it, but there's no mountains, there's no waterfalls. And to see, I could see my mothers and my aunts and my pops. I could see their eyes light up like I have done on my own. It was a very beautiful thing, and I hope you had a day that was good enough to touch you in that way. Um, so yeah. Now beyond that, I want you to think about the worst day that you had this year. Think about that. The worst day you had this year. For me, the worst day that I had this year. Worst day I had this year. It's harder for me to think about a worst day because I don't live within negativity. But a day that really shook me up, it was a day my grandmother got sick, and just seeing how hurt my grandpa was, that that fucked me up. Not gonna lie, that messed me up pretty bad. And then the other morning I had a dream that I lost my grandmother, and the heartbreak was so bad that it killed my grandpa, and it tore me up, bro. I literally grieved my grandparents, and they're not even gone. That's how much I love them. So that messed me up. But all right. So after that, I want you to recall those numbers that I gave to you, not the ones that you wrote down. Um, I want you to give me the numbers that I told you to remember, the ones that I gave you verbatim, with no write down. If you can remember those numbers, you are a superhero. Those numbers were 617 8402. Now, there's going to be some people out there that can remember that because they just have a mind like that. They can store things. They good with numbers, whatever it is, right? But I gave you, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers that you can't remember. But if I told you to look at that paper and tell me the 18 numbers that I gave you, you could recall those 18 numbers because you wrote it down. Some people were like, well, duh. I mean, if you write something down, it's easier to remember it and to see it and to understand it rather than it just being in your brain. Oh, really? So you admit that journaling would help a person understand and see things? And, well, shit. I guess I didn't have to prove my point. It just proved itself, right? That is the power of journaling, my people. Journal, journal, journal. Whether you don't understand or not, when you see it on that paper, when that hand moves and it ties things together, I don't know what it's connecting in the brain, but it works. So like I said, journal what you do day to day. If you have an idea of where you want to go, what you want to do with your life, journal that. If it's simply, I want to better my life, I want to improve my health, I want to improve my life, write it. And then write down what the hell you're doing and highlight it in red or whatever you have to do to realize that shit is not helping me. That is hurting me. That's sending me to hell right there. And then this is doing good for me. This makes me feel better. This brings me peace. This is getting me closer. Like, write it down. Journal. That's what I'm gonna leave you with. But other than that, stop being distracted. Get off that damn phone and leave these people alone. Leave these people alone. And stay off the weed. But yeah, man. Ah. Oh, yeah. That's my message for today. I love y'all. Like I said, link in the bio. Go get you some of that Shimon Davis. You feel me? Show some love. Show some support. Got a bunch of people talk about, yo, bro. I'm gonna buy a jacket from you later, bro. I'm gonna buy it like a month from now. You're not gonna be available a month from now. You crazy? Act now. Shimon Davis. Tired of brands. I'm working with my own brand. Support myself. Support my supporters. You dig. Shimon Davis is out. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. And we out of here.